support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
And we have Fabian Neal with Quantiq.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right, Fabian?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit about Quantiq.
Yes, with pleasure. So at Quantiq, we built a software which is able to tell your vital signs just with a 20 seconds video selfie. So just use the smartphone, take a video selfie, and we tell you your heart rate, your respiratory rate, and in the near future, we can tell you the oxygen saturation and blood pressure.
Interesting. So do you see this kind of melding into the medical space where our physicians are going to be able to use this information?
Yeah, so the main target is telehealth and telemonitoring in general. So imagine being at home and you need to do a teleconsultation. Your physician is not going to have access to your metrics. And with Quantiq, you just take your smartphone and your metrics are going to be sent to the physician, who is going to be able to use them for his diagnostic. So we are a B2B startup, so we target the telemonitoring platform, remote patient monitoring, and insurance.
So how many markers are you able to, I'm sorry, I have to take these off because they're fogging up here. How many markers are you able to send to your doctor?
So today we do the heart rate and the respiratory rate, and these two are going to be validated in a clinical study in France in 4 hospitals. In order to assess the clinical accuracy. And we are going to add this year the oxygen saturation and the blood pressure. And in the near future, we've got a lot more in stock, so we are going to do the hemoglobin level, detection of cardiovascular diseases, etc.
So is this going to require any type of blood testing at all in the future? Is this all stuff that you're going to be doing,
That's pure software, so it works on any device, can be a laptop, can be a smartphone.
Very interesting.
And can be your web browser, so we integrate in everything, and it works with any camera. So it's pure software.
That's amazing, actually. So basically, from a camera image, you can tell all of this.
Exactly, just looking at your face for 20 seconds.
So are you basically using some type of AI that compares people who have these issues, and there are markers like in a person's face that says that, all right, this person has high blood pressure or respiratory issues or whatever, and that's what tells you this?
So not exactly. So we do use AI, but what we do actually is that we analyze the skin color variation. So when your heart beats, it sends blood in the capillaries that are underneath your skin, on your face in particular.
Sure.
And these are going to change the local concentration in hemoglobin, which in turn is going to change the local absorption of light. And this, said more simply, is that it means that it's a color variation of your skin. And this color variation is of course tiny, it's invisible to the naked eye. And our software is able to extract this tiny variation from the video stream and to transform it into all the metrics we discussed, so the heart rate, respiratory rate, etc., etc.
That's very interesting. So I'm going to give you a what-if scenario here then. So where I live, it's relatively cold, and a lot of people are like me, who've maybe experienced a little frostbite or whatever, and as I've aged a little bit now, it's starting to show a little bit more, on my face and on my ears and that type of thing. Are you able to tell the difference then between something like a frostbite to maybe a high blood pressure that's causing the same effect on your skin?
Yes, exactly. So for the blood pressure, we're looking at what's called the PPG signal. So let me step back a bit. So when I was saying we extract the color variation, this in turn creates a signal which is called a PPG signal, which stands for photoplethysmography. So this is a signal of the color variations, and we analyze the waveform of this signal. And so it doesn't matter what's your skin color or what's your, as you said, if it's cold or whatever, we are able to extract the waveform and the blood pressure.
This is incredible. So I'm just trying to rephrase my next question here. I just find it, I guess we'll just go here. How often do you think that a person would have to do this? I mean, would this be something that like once a month you would do to catch variations then, or how does that work?
Very interesting question. So actually we are focused on the measure. So we don't do a diagnostic. So we just send the measure to the doctor. So it's the physician who is going to tell, okay, depending on your condition, you have hypertension. So you're going to have to do this once a month or once a week, once a day. And so that's the physician who tells what the patient is going to do. And we are here just to give a mean to the patient to do the measure without having the patient to buy a medical device, so like the cuff to do the blood pressure,
Right.
etc. So we replace this hardware, this medical device, and that's the physician who is going to ask the patient to do that. And just let me add a few words about that. So we are a B2B startup, so we don't sell a B2C app. We are an API. So for example, imagine we have a client which is a company that does remote patient monitoring. So they are going to bring this device to the patient's home.
I see.
We are going to be able to replace these devices, which are costly, they can break, you need to have maintenance, logistics, etc., etc.
And they're inconvenient.
Exactly. And so the client is just going to have to replace just with a few lines of codes into their app, and they are going to integrate our API, and they are going to be able to replace these devices. It's going to be a lot cheaper for them. It's going to be a lot easier, etc.
So is it so precise that it can actually tell from day to day? Let's say my blood pressure is normal one day and the next day it's a little higher. Can it actually tell that difference?
So for the blood pressure, it's still in research. So the two metrics we currently do with the same accuracy as a medical device is the heart rate and respiratory rate, which are currently under certification. So we are validating them in the hospital, in clinical study, in a lot of patients with different types, different diseases to assure the accuracy. And blood pressure, so far, it's still in research. It's a very hard problem, but yeah, at the end of the year, we're going to be able to have an accuracy which is considered as medical grade, so which is going to be considered as interesting for physicians.
This is very, very interesting.
Thank you.
So I look forward to watching how your company grows and this platform grows. How do we find out more information?
So you can go on the website, so quantiq.io, or just come to CES. We are at booth, it's 60611. So it's in Eureka Park. Just go in the French Tech Eureka Park.
Okay.
We are there, and we're going to be happy to do you a demo, so you can just check the accuracy and we can show you the app.
Absolutely amazing. So Fabien, thank you for being on the show
today. Thank you for
today.
the invitation.
And good luck to you, and I hope you have a great CES.
Thank you very much.
So,
it was a pleasure.
Thanks, Fabien.
Thanks.
TPN CES 2022 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz and Maurice McCoy. Interviews are edited by Joe Minnie. Hosts are Marlo Anderson, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, Christopher Jordan, Danielle Mendez, and Alante Sparks. Las Vegas studio provided by HC Productions. Remote studio provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production. Copyright 2022.